And the international papers today continue to focus on the aftermath, of course, of Typhoon Haiyan. Flo with us here on set.
That's right. It's still grabbing front pages today. Let's take a look at the front page of the Wall Street Journal Asia that takes a look at the Philippines and how the country is reeling after the typhoon. And there's a very striking photo of a ship lying among house ruins. Now, if you're interested in seeing some of these devastating photos, take a look at the Daily Beast today. They have a couple of photos here on the computer I can show you, where if you scroll your mouse over the photos, well, you can zoom in on the photos. So here you can see it on the computer here. These photos were taken yesterday, and as you can see, you can really zoom in and see just how the level of destruction here.
Wow, that's quite an amazing gadget they've come up with there. What about the Filipino press, though, Flo? How are they reacting to it?
Well, let's take a look at the front page of the Philippine Daily Inquirer that has this quote from the President Aquino yesterday, the state of national calamity. Now, I've pulled out two cartoons from the Filipino press. The first one is also in the Philippine Inquirer. It takes a look at the horror that is the victims are facing after this super typhoon. So after the storm itself, they're facing another storm, which is the health and sanitation, lack of food, water, clothing, etc., but also looting and politics. And talking about politics, the blame game has already begun. And let's take a look at a cartoon in the Manila Times where you see a politician, perhaps Aquino himself, addressing victims, saying, "My fellow Pinos," so Filipinos, "you're strong and resilient. Your spirit is waterproof." But you can see him standing on a pile of cash there, that the little arrow saying these funds were supposedly for waterproofing.
Well, staying with the Manila Times, warning that history could actually repeat itself.
That's right. This is the editorial of the Manila Times that says that prepare for more Yolanda. So that's the local name of that typhoon. Now, it says that this is a nightmare that will be recurring. And why is that? Well, it's because of global warming. And the Manila Times quotes a study that was published in the Science Journal that points out just how much the Pacific Ocean is warming. And the paper points out that warmer water means hotter air, and the stronger the typhoon. And The Guardian agrees with this today in their editorial. They point out that cyclones, hurricanes, typhoons, all these things are temperature-dependent phenomenon. There is worse to come, says The Guardian today.
Papers also focusing on the rescue efforts, aren't they?
That's right. That's on the front page of the Manila Times that talks about how the world is joining in on the rescue effort. 22 countries have vowed to send help. Now, there's a very interesting article in Slate today by a woman named Jessica Alexander, former aid worker. And she points out that in times like these, people across the world wonder how they could help, and they want to help in any way they can. They want to donate hand-me-downs or things that are in their medicine cabinet, etc. And she says people wanting to help is a wonderful thing, but unfortunately, a lot of times people get it wrong, and they send things to these devastated areas that actually people don't need, things that actually get in the way of aid workers, or she says dumping goods into these areas actually can hurt local vendors at a time when their businesses really need to be able to pick up. So she says, please don't send shoes or breast milk or teddy bears to the Philippines. Send money. Now, if you're interested in ways to help, BuzzFeed has actually compiled a list of ways for people to help those affected by the typhoon. And you can see here they have direct links to all sorts of NGOs as well as the World Food Program. So check out BuzzFeed if you want to help.
Okay, well, let's move on to the US media now. Something totally different. Two articles about women soldiers.
That's right. In the wake of Veterans Day, a lot of papers are focusing on the plight of women soldiers. This is an article in Slate looking at how the victims of sexual assault are actually being denied benefits from the the Department of Veterans Affairs. So you can check that out today. And another article in the Daily Beast. This is very surprising. The very first statue of a female soldier was unveiled last week in Fort Lee, Virginia. And according to the Daily Beast, this is a powerful symbol that was long overdue.
Okay, and finally, China Daily looking at the sales results of Singles Day. We talked about this a little bit on the program yesterday.
That's right. On the front page, it says it was a blowout. It set records. The two items that sold the best were underpants and bras. You might be interested to know. So this is China's answer to, well, Valentine's Day for single people.
Sure.
So who received the most gifts? Well, check it out. Journalists.
Journalists?
Journalists, yes.
I didn't get any.
This might come as a surprise. We are the head of the Lonely Hearts list, ahead of people working in advertising and in IT. Isn't that crazy? Now, according to this article, it's not because we lack good looks or because we're not interesting. It's because of our working hours.
Yes, exactly. We all get up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to come and do this programme, Paris Time. That's why, isn't it,
That
Flo?
is why it's the working hours. Nothing else, just the working hours.
Exactly. Poor us. Do you feel sorry for us now? I hope so. Flo, thanks a lot. Flo Vilmanette with the International Papers of Vancouver. I think I'm going to have a little weep. Coming up, the latest step for the Philippines. We'll have that for you after the break. And also in the next half hour, in Focus, a special report on the man being urged to stand for Egypt's presidency. The hero for many, but hated by others. Egypt Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. A special report on him after the break here on France 24.